If you ever walk into a house and immediately want to take a shower afterward, that's a fixer-upper. And yes, they absolutely exist here in Boise. Sometimes the smell alone will knock you back. Other times it's just a wall of floral wallpaper or a shag carpet that probably saw the moon landing. But not all fixer-uppers are horror stories. Some are truly diamonds in the rough. And with the right strategy and the right timeline and the right expectations, they can be incredible opportunities. But here's what you need to know. The biggest misconception I see is that you're going to find a $400,000 fixer in a $700,000 neighborhood, put in $150 and walk away with instant equity and a round of applause from HGTV. It doesn't quite work that way, especially not in Boise and not anymore. So let's talk about this fantasy of scoring a major deal. Land value in Boise has increased significantly. That means even homes that need everything, a new roof, electrical, flooring, kitchen, bath, are still commanding a high price tag because of the land they sit on. Now, don't get me wrong. I tour a lot of homes and I'm constantly keeping my eyes open, ears to the ground, texting my builder clients, tradespeople, investors, and friends who specialize in construction just in case something special pops up, because every now and then it does. There was this one opportunity in the North End that I toured last fall. Honestly, it was rough. Original plumbing, knob and tube wiring. The kitchen was basically a time capsule, but the layout had potential and the backyard was huge. If I were looking for a long term for my family, it would have been something to consider, a real contender. But from a flipping standpoint, no way, the math didn't make sense. And that's the thing. Even my builder clients who could take on a project like that pass on more homes than they make offers on, because the deal, well, it just has to be right. If you're serious about a fixer, there are a few pockets in Boise where you can find the most potential. So the North End is definitely one. It has charm for days, and some of the homes are over 100 years old. Some have been beautifully restored. Others, let's just say they have updates layered over other updates layered over perhaps duct tape. Then there's the BSU area, which is where I'm at right now, where we've personally purchased an investment property. Great rental potential, and the zoning allows for some flexibility if we wanted to add an ADU. But you absolutely have to work closely with the city in planning and zoning just to make sure that you understand what and what isn't possible on certain lots. If you've got a vision and the patience, there are areas that can pay off in the long run, but be ready to do your homework. Hi, if you are new to my channel, I'm Erica Toffel, Global Real Estate Advisor with Group 1 Sotheby's International Realty. I specialize in helping you find fixer-uppers in the Boise, Idaho, and Greater Treasure Valley area. If you're thinking of making a move or purchasing something here, send me a text, write me an email, give me a call. My information is on the screen. And please be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss a video. And if you're watching on your television, you can scan the QR code to contact me directly. For more daily content on what's going on here in the Treasure Valley, be sure to check out my Instagram at Erica Toffel Real Estate. So let's talk surprises. Most of the time you walk into a fixer-upper and you think you know what you're signing up for. You know, maybe paint, maybe floor, maybe a new kitchen. But once the inspector walks through, well, that's when you find out the real truth, that you have old copper plumbing, aluminum wiring, moisture damage, lack of insulation, maybe even structural issues or evidence of past water intrusion. I've had buyers budget $100,000 for renovations only to get slapped with a $35,000 roof quote that they hadn't accounted for. And if you don't get that inspection because you're planning to renovate anyway, you're flying blind, and that's risky. A cosmetic fixer is one thing. A fixer with hidden mechanical issues can turn your dream into a money pit fast. This one's for the first-time buyers dreaming of sweat equity. Many fixers, well, they won't qualify for an FHA or a VA loan due to safety concerns. Things like missing stale railings or peeling paint can stop a deal in its tracks. So what do? Well, then you might have to go conventional. Sometimes the best strategy is to put less money down up front and keep more cash liquid for renovations. Then, once the home's improved, you can refinance based on that new appraised value and potentially drop your PMI, lower your great or both. There are renovation products out there like an FHA 203K, but they come with strict timelines and paperwork and a lot of requirements, so not every buyer or contract wants to deal with that. So can you live in your fixer-upper while you renovate it? Well, technically, yes, but I don't recommend it unless you really like dust and chaos and possibly bathing next to a wet vac while you're doing those renovations. I've had clients set up shop in one bedroom while they worked on the other parts of the house, and 9 out of 10 of them would say never again. Look, trying to sleep in a house while contractors are jackhammering the tile floor in the next room is just not a peaceful experience. Not to mention drywall dust and paint smell and trying to find a clean place to make coffee in the morning. I mean, if you can swing it, I just think give yourself space from the chaos. You'll make better decisions, you'll have a clearer head, and your sanity will thank you. Now let's talk about non-fixer fixer-uppers. In Eagle and certain parts of Meridian, you'll find homes in beautiful neighborhoods that are 25 to 30 years old. Not falling apart, but functionally outdated. Think Tuscan vibes, closed-off layouts, and original HVAC systems. These homes still they still sell at a premium because of the location, even if you're walking and thinking this needs $200,000 worth of work. And while you might want a discount because of that, the market won't agree. So the key, zoom out. Ask yourself, if I renovate this thoughtfully over time, does it get me to $1.3 million in a couple of years? If the answer is yes, it may still be the right move. Renovating a home is not for the faint of heart. It's a puzzle of decision fatigue, budget management, and juggling contractors and inspections and permits. If you're doing this with a partner, you're going to disagree a lot. Tile choices, paint colors, when to splurge, when to save, it adds up. And that's before any surprises. But when it's your long-term home and not a flip, the reward is so much sweeter. You get to shape something that reflects your life. And if the timing is right, the value will follow. I tour fixer-uppers all the time with clients, and honestly, most of them we walk away from. But every now and then, one really stands out. If you want to see some of what these homes look like, then be sure to jump over to my Instagram at Erica Toffel Real Estate. I post real stories, behind the scene tours, and sometimes even projects in progress. So what about you? Would you buy a fixer-upper? Have you done it before? Was it worth it? Or do you still have paint in your hair and drywall dust in your soul? Let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear your stories. And if you're dreaming of your own fixer or wondering if you should renovate versus buy, move, and ready, let's talk. I'll help you run the numbers and make a game plan that works for you. For more videos about Boise, Idaho, or fixer-uppers, fixer strategies, and what it's really like to buy here in the Treasure Valley, click on one of the other videos on the screen. Thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next one.